Okay, so we already talked about a bit of final project last time. I just want to remind you what we did very quickly. It talks about this will be 12% for your own demo and also 4% for each of the other team that you participate as an outsider. Okay. Um, and I suggest a bunch of topics. Let me actually make this a little bit bigger. I suggest a bunch of topics, and some of your team already start contacting me for meeting, which we can actually help. I can help you to narrow down and to do something interesting. And I just want to emphasize again that what we're talking about is really some kind of fast prototyping of a really small, tiny, of a really big idea. Okay, it's not for completeness, but for the braveness. I would call it braveness for actually targeting something really, really big. But then we will be able to use object-oriented paradigm to get it fast. I mean, the reason I said fast prototyping, just emphasize again that that's really a power of object-oriented paradigm. Is that it's not just about for you to express the language into class and object, but you can actually quickly reusing a bunch of objects already there. It's not even complete, but then you can actually put them together to mimic a quite interesting scenario at much smaller scale. So think about you're going to build a system for 2 billion people, but you can actually start building a small system for 2 people or 3 people. And then you can think about extending. But the object-oriented design is allow you to start it really quick and also to be scaled it up very nicely. That's the power of the software. So I actually show you in one of the slides. You probably remember earlier, I first time talk about object-oriented paradigm. I talk about, well, how do you define class? How do you do separate compilation and linking together? But there was a picture I never really get into very much. And that's the complex system I try to intend it for you to imagine in your mind. And then from this complex system, you try to implement, you try to extract some of the small part that you can actually implement as an object-oriented paradigm. Okay, so I really want you to do this by 2 days from today, Wednesday. That this is important. I want to push you. For those of you already formed your team, and you need to send me by Wednesday the following information. Number one, for each of the member on your team, that I need to know your name, your student ID, email address, and also your avatar name and VSID. And for each of the team, I hope you can write a couple sentences. You don't have to be complete, don't have to be finalized, but just talks about a few sentences or even a couple sentences regarding your possible topics for your final project. Okay, so I hope to receive by this Wednesday. So I will be able to work on that for the next few days for 2 things. Number one, of course, I will try to see which student haven't turned it in their name, so I know who haven't have teams, so I will help them to belong to some team. Okay, either I could form a team among them, or I can actually try to reassign them to one of the team, have a less member. Okay, and the other thing which is important for me to gather this information for you is that I will be able to start to assign students to some of the other team who have, each team will have a few observer, and then each student need to serve as an observer for 2 other teams. Okay, so that's something which I would like you to handle. Okay, so that will be my just a quick reminder for the final project. But the most important thing is that please send this to me. And then if you want to make an appointment with me, breakout room, just let me know, and then I can meet with your team. Or you're thinking about don't know what to do, things like that. I'd be happy to help. Okay. Okay. Any question before I move to homework assignment number 5? Okay, one more thing I should mention that some of you probably already look at homework assignment number 6. So homework assignment number 6 is not an individual assignment, it's a team assignment. So essentially your homework assignment number 16 is going to be the same as your final project team. So you're working the project together, but you're also working on homework assignment number 6 together. Okay, which I will talk about that as a third topic today. Any question?
Professor,
Yes.
what if we forgot our avatar name?
VSID will be fine. In fact, I can find your avatar name. I can find your avatar name. If you turn in the VSID, that will be fine. In fact, I can find all of them. I have the information, but if you send it to me, that saved me one trip to go to the file. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Any question? Okay, I'm going to stop recording.